What's going on, guys? FadeitLuie here, bringing you guys a brand new video. We're gonna be doing a mid fade on my boy, so stay tuned. We're starting off with our GoatFX, creating our first guideline, contouring it to his head shape. You always want to contour this first guideline to the head shape so that the fade could flow better and be unique to them. Now that we're done balding him out with our GoatFX, we could then move on to our no guard all the way open and create our second guideline. You want to make this guideline around an inch thick so you can spread the blend. Now that we're done setting in our guideline, we're going to slightly close the lever midway and all the way close and attack that initial guideline. Since we're done removing our initial guideline with our no guard all the way closed, we can then move on to our one guard all the way open and create our third guideline. This guideline is going to help us blend the no guard all the way open into the one guard all the way open. Using the lever midway and all the way closed, we're going to use the one guard to soften up this line and get ready for the half guard. Since we're done erasing the line with the half guard, we can then move on to our two guard all the way open and create our fourth guideline. As you guys can see, I'm using the comb to feed the hair into the clipper and I'm flicking out as much as possible. Now that we're done softening up the line with the two guard, we can then move on to our 1.5 guard, and we're going to use this guard to erase the line completely. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to show some extra support, go ahead and leave a follow down below on Instagram. If you're looking for private sessions and one-on-one mentoring on cutting hair and investing, join the Tonsorial Arts membership down below. Moving on to our 3 guard all the way open, we're going to flick out near the parietal ridge area as much as possible, and this is going to get us ready for our clipper over comb method. Now that we're done debulking with our 3 guard all the way open, we can move on to our clipper over comb method and use our horizontal cuts to debulk and our vertical cuts to blend. Now we're going back to our previous guards to detail the parietal ridge as much as possible. Now that we're done detailing the back, we can move on to the sideburns. I'm starting off with our GoatFX and I'm making sure that it's nice and bald. Now moving on to our no guard all the way open, and I'm going to slightly close the lever midway and all the way close, attacking that initial guideline. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to our one guard all the way open and go right below that one. Once you're done using the lever to soften up that line, we're going to move on to our 1.5 guard and go with the grain on the beard. Now that the beard is nice and blended, we're going to move on to our Gold FX and line up the back of the beard. Before we line him up, we're going to saturate the hair and comb everything in place. Before you line someone up, you want to make sure all the hairs are nice and combed down and everything's nice and neat before you start your lineup. I'm going with the grain with the one guard all the way open to debulk the hairs. Using our Gold FX, we're going to start off at the middle and work our way to the sides. And I'm also going as slow as possible, making sure that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer, making sure that none of the hair shifts and is out of place. Now that we're done with the front line, we can move on to the C-cups, and I usually start off at the bottom and work my way to the top arch using the corners of the blade. You also want to go slow enough that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer. I hit the line up a good 50 to 100 times, so don't worry if you're spending a good amount of time on the hairline. Only thing is, you want to make sure you're not pressing too hard on the same spots because you could cut them with the teeth of the trimmer. Now that we're done lining them up in the front line and the C-cups, we're going to move on to the bottom of the beard and start off at the middle, working our way to the side. Now that we're done with the beard and saturating the hair, we're going to take our shears and comb and lift the hair up with the comb, feeding it into our fingers and cutting it with our shears. You also want to make sure you take nice and consistent strokes throughout the whole hair, because if not, then the hair is going to be uneven. You also want to make sure that the hair is nice and saturated so you can get its true length. Now that we're done with our shear work, we can move on to our Turkish razor and Durban premium blades and make them as crispy as possible. When using the razors, you always want to stretch the skin with your opposite hand and keep the blade at a 45-degree angle. This will lower the likelihood of you cutting someone. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to show some extra support, go ahead and leave a follow down below on Instagram. If you're looking for private sessions and one-on-one mentoring on cutting hair and investing, join the Tonsorial Arts membership down below. Also, if needed, you can reapply shave gel when the area dries up, and also don't be afraid to stretch your skin with your opposite hand. It's very important.